Well, we're live.
Oh, we're live already?
Yeah, we're live already.
Look at this, we are live.
Never get to. Well, since I don't create these ahead of time, we gotta go live and let the notifications go out.
I see.
See how that works?
Alright.
So let me start it off here.
You gotta squeeze this back a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're in there. So hello, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Mary Ann Donnelly.
Michael Feyrer Jr. here.
Woo!
And of course, we picked a spot with the nice monuments behind us that we went live from last night for our investigation. Of course, today, we're cutting the grass. Hopefully he'll be done in a couple minutes.
I'm just tweeting this out a little bit.
I'm just gonna adjust us a little bit so the boys are there. We need the boys to squeeze in and love me some more.
No, nobody wants to see us. I can tell you that right now. They come here for you, Marianne.
Doubtful.
Yeah. See, that's right. She's my clickbait.
That's all I am to you.
Hey, there's a good reason why Monica is in the freaking thumbnail every time she's in the video. She classes up the joint.
Alright, we already have a couple people in the chat. We have Inspired John and Richards here. So thanks for joining us already. That's awesome.
Inspired John in the house. Woo.
Say hi to our tractor man back there.
Yeah. In case you can't hear, the guy back there cutting the grass. He's got a big tractor. He should be done soon. So anyways, folks, this is actually the area where we did a video last night. We went live and we investigated right down
About 20 feet to our
20
left
feet.
here.
We couldn't step over these rocks last night that come in here, and this is where we were getting some really interesting information. If you want to check that out, that is on our channel, and I'll probably put a link to that right. Ding! I don't know if it's here or there. I don't know where it's
I
at.
think it's on
somewhere.
your side because we're backwards, aren't we?
Yeah, could be. And then this morning, we were on his best hour of the day.
Absolutely.
So
Awesome.
I'll put a link to that too, right? Bing, bing, somewhere. You guys can go check that out. That was a blast. We had a great time.
Yes,
Did we break the 50? How many likes? Did we break the 50 likes?
We got 52.
52. Woo!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable,
awesome.
guys.
Awesome.
All right, sounds wonderful. So we have Mary Ellen Clark and PSPR and Paul Walker and this guy named Michael Feyrer. I don't know. They're all in the house too. So.
All right, folks. So while we're firing up and waiting around here, we're going to be with you for a little while. Go ahead and share this out on your social media and tell more people that these paranormal, creepy people from Gettysburg has gone live. Let's get some more people in here. We're going to have to talk quick before the lawnmower guy comes back. I see him. He's coming.
He's coming. He's coming.
Thank you, Inspired John. I thought it was a lot of fun this morning. We had a great
Aw,
time.
thank you. We enjoyed being on too. It was great.
Just out and out.
Good, I'll take it. God, that's good.
There is a really, really nice breeze out here, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yes, we could move, but the monument's behind us, the nice shade of the tree. He's going to be done faster than we can find another place like it.
Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's much cooler today. It's much cooler today. I do have to say that. The past couple of days out there on that battlefield, whew,
Yeah.
it was a little warm.
But if we go out in the sun, the evil sun behind us, it gets a little bit hotter.
I might end up getting some of it before the broadcast is over.
That happened to you this morning, too.
It did. I'm used to it. I'm so dark.
How many people we got in?
So, I
I
don't
believe
know.
last I checked there were seven. Seven
Seven.
watching. Seven watching.
I have, let's see here.
Paranormal Mama,
here.
hello.
Oh, yeah, Paranormal Mama's here.
Of course, I'm one of the seven. So.
That's alright, I probably am too. Paul Walker, I don't know if I said hi to that before.
Are you guys hearing us okay?
Yeah, with the wind and the tractor, can you guys hear us? He's collecting golf balls.
You know?
It's like yesterday on my stream. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was this guy across the creek grinding on something. And every 4 or 5 minutes, he would just start grinding away, and I couldn't help it. But look, finally I yelled at the guy, "Come on, man, give me 20 more minutes." Oh, it was so funny.
It's all good. At least
Yeah,
it's
actually-
not the frogs.
Yeah,
the
normally
birds.
for ours we have birds and frogs and that we hear in our studio.
Yeah, if
from
we
out
go
back
live from
behind the
home,
house.
during the day it's birds, and at night it's the frogs.
Yeah, they like to hang out.
We get people saying, "Are you guys from Alabama? They sound like Alabama frogs." Nope, they're right outside the window.
How do Alabama frogs sound? I guess,
guess
just
like the ones
Just
we
like
have
the ones
outside the
outside of
window.
our house.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So let's see what
This
else we
puppy
have
out.
here. There was something I was going to say. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, here he comes.
I know. When he comes by, I kind of want to go so that it sounds like I'm saying something.
Well, now I think he's just doing it on purpose.
Does that mean? Yeah. Does that mean I'm evil? I don't know. I just really think it would be funny to do that. Just go.
I think that would be awesome. What? I didn't hear what you said there.
Yeah, missed it. Yeah, PSPR says it's not too bad until he drives by, so we'll just quiet when he drives by.
Well, if you see bottle caps pop in, you have to give that disclaimer since he listens with headphones.
That's true.
Yeah.
He yelled at us a little bit last night because remember the little device he turned on your live stream today?
Yes.
When
Yeah,
he
it got
turned it
loud.
on with a big mic attached to it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta
Warn
give
me,
me a
let me know."
warning," you know.
Oh man. Well, if we next time we just when he comes by, grab the camera and go up and see if we can interview him, see if he's seen anything
How
here.
many golf balls you collect today?
That's pretty funny.
Only Sean.
You guys have a great channel and a great lawnmower.
Yeah, we paid extra to have that lawnmower, just saying.
He's well paid, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's a very well paid lawn technician
Yes.
or lawn engineer.
Actually,
I
we
think he's
probably
got
did.
probably a couple more passes, and we'll,
Yeah.
Oh
we'll
yeah.
really get into it here. He's
I
about
think
to-
I think we probably did pay for them because this is National Park Service. So
we did. Yeah, we probably all did.
we probably all, except for those of you out in the UK and in India and our
Canada.
other countries that visit us, we all participated in paying for his salary today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he's making a lovely lawn for us to walk on later, so that's awesome.
This is a beautiful location that they picked out this morning. This is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I wish that we were able to see it last night during the live stream, but it was just a bit too dark out. And
When
we
I
didn't
tell you
want
what,
to,
when it gets dark, out on these battlefields, there is no lights. It gets dark. It was like, even when we were driving back from Sachs Bridge last night, it was eerily dark. Like there's nothing.
John is wondering if you guys have seen anything out of the ordinary.
I think it was we were going to ask the lawnmower guy if he saw anything out of the ordinary. That's what I thought he was getting
Oh
at.
yeah. Yeah, actually that's probably what he meant.
Do you get any activity during the day? Yes,
it's
actually we
possible.
have. Not necessarily in this spot, but we have here in Gettysburg gotten some EVP recordings during the midday.
Yeah, about this time actually.
Yeah,
Over the
Ghost do
National
not
Cemetery.
actually just work at night.
No, it's all
they
the
do
time.
whenever
It's
it's good for them.
just easier to hear, record, anything like that at night when nobody else is around, like tractors.
Yeah,
You know?
because if you
Yeah.
hear
So-
something in the daytime, you're like, well, it could have been this or it could have been this. It's easier to pinpoint what's paranormal and what's not at night when there's not as much distracting sounds and information for you to see.
Happy Trails hiking scene.
All right, so I don't know. Can I do that part from here, or do I have to just stream off as I see it?
Probably right on the traffic control. Start up left at the top.
1K in the house. Happy Trails hiking. Hello.
We have Inspired John and Richard, Paul Walker, Mary Ellen Clark, PSPR, Just Out and About, Who else? Who else? Let's see. Oh, let's see. Of course, this guy, Dead Rose official YouTube channel. Hi. I don't know that one.
yeah, that's Sarath Edgar.
Oh, that's
Oh,
his other channel.
yeah.
Okay.
Welcome,
Hey.
welcome. Nice to meet you.
Paranormal Mama's here. Happy Trails Hiking. If I missed
1K.
anybody, 1K?
Yeah, her name's Kay. So anytime that Kay is in the room, we have 1K in there.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the only way we're going to get 1K for a long time in a live stream.
Yeah, if my mom pops in, we'll have 2K.
That's
Oh,
right.
there she is, Kay Johnson.
Kay Johnson.
Hey.
That's Sean's mom. So.
Now we got 2K.
Yeah, 2K.
2K. It's a record.
Richard wants to know, is it only soldiers buried in that graveyard? So right behind us is not actually a graveyard, it's actually part of the battlefield. To that direction is 2 different cemeteries. We have the Soldiers National Cemetery, and then we have Evergreen Cemetery. Soldiers National, it is in the Gettysburg area section. Yes, all soldiers, but then on the
Union soldiers.
outskirts.
Only Union soldiers.
On the
Really? I
outskirts,
didn't
there
know
are
that.
some wives.
No Confederacy buried on Union ground.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Unless they were accidentally in something that made them appear that they were wearing a Union uniform or something
okay.
like that.
That's the National Cemetery, so it's the Union Cemetery. Because remember, after the Battle of Gettysburg, that wasn't the end of the war.
right.
This
Right.
was still Union ground. So
So they just left the Confederates buried in places like behind us until their families came to claim them, or they were able to put them all together in a mass grave and then send them home when they got funds and things like that.
Yeah, I can imagine that was probably a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, with the mayhem that went on here, they probably didn't know who was who at that point. So, well, you know that when you go through the graveyard over here, for so many unmarked stones,
Yeah.
they don't really know who those people were.
Right.
now Evergreen Cemetery that's next to it is the town of Gettysburg. So there are civilians buried over there.
Yes.
Did I just say what you already said?
Yeah, no, what I was trying to get through was
Okay.
the second part, the second cemetery. But that's okay, you got it. You
So the
took care
one
of
that's
it.
on the other side of the fence is a civilian cemetery?
Yeah,
Yes.
Evergreen.
I
And
didn't
it
know
was
that.
actually here at the time of the battle. And the arches, if you've ever seen the main arches of the gatehouse here in Gettysburg, is one of the pictures that you see a lot. That was actually where the caretaker of the Evergreen Cemetery and his family lived. And he actually went off to battle during the war and left his wife and children home with her elderly parents to take and watch over the cemetery. So he was the caretaker. When he left, she became caretaker. During the Battle of Gettysburg, she was there. They went down the street about 3 miles down the road for safety after the Union forces came in, said, you better pack up and get out. She did take them and show them some different routes and different places that they could go and, I guess, hide or be safe. Give them some directions and things like that. But then after the battle, she came home and she was left to do the burying. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. Her name was Elizabeth Thorne. She was 6 months pregnant, and her elderly father went ahead and buried 130 bodies
Wow.
between July and September, October, while she was pregnant.
Oh,
And,
that's a shame.
Yeah, so her child was born, and she named it, I believe, it was either Mary Mead or Rose Mead.
Yeah.
But then it named it Meade after, of course, General Meade of the United
Okay.
States military. And the child, she was very sickly. She died at the age of 14, and Elizabeth always blamed her illness on the fact that she was working and struggling so hard
With all the dead bodies
with all
when
the
she
dead
was just
bodies
a kid.
while she was 6 months pregnant. So
Wow.
there's a statue of her over in Evergreen.
Oh,
Of her there with a shovel and her big belly.
pregnant. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she is known
That's
as
unbelievable.
the Angel of
Angel of
Gettysburg.
And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, that the ladies are the best caretakers, because us men are huge babies. I'm just saying. I'm a huge baby. My woman as strong as a rock. So there you go.
Aw.
So you want to
Got Skinny G and Irvin to pay tours.
All right.
going on? Watch this.
All right, so Sean's gonna look at the chat there, and I'm just gonna ask Michael to tell us a little bit about himself and his channel and what he does every day for that glorious hour.
Every day, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I started YouTubing on January 15th. I released like 4 videos that I had collected up. Basically what happened is I lost my job. I decided that filming was something that I wanted to do. So that's what I started doing. My channel has evolved from a daily vlog channel. I created a series called the Travel Adventure Series. What I would do with the Travel Adventure Series is I would travel around the country. In this particular case, I went to Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee, and camp every night, do a hike, tell people where I was, and try to see if they would come out and find me, and they would win a $50 Amazon gift card. And so my channel kind of morphed into more of an outdoors channel, and every morning I would do a live show called Come and Find Me or something like that, which when I stopped doing the Travel Adventure Series has morphed into the most popular show on my channel, which is called The Best Hour of My Day. And it's basically a community show where folks come on, and it's kind of like water cooler talk. We talk about growing your channel, we talk about whatever the news of the day is, and it's basically just big community, folks getting together, talking community and having fun and fellowship. It's a lot of fun, and then I do release a daily vlog just about every day as well that centers around the things I do in my daily life. So that's kind of what my channel is all about, but it's constantly evolving. And most of it, in fact, because this is my camera right here, almost everything I film is outdoors because that's where the best lighting is at. So I do a lot of outdoor content.
You can't light any better than this, folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fantastic out here.
I really appreciate Panic D having me on today, though. It's just such an awesome opportunity getting to know Sean and Marianne. It's been awesome. We had an awesome lunch. Man, this is just fantastic. I love it.
What was the name of that place we were at?
O'Rourke's.
O'Rourke's. We'll have to remember that. 'Cause
Yes.
It was quite.
Yeah.
The
They
apple
had
fritters
delightful
were
little
awesome.
apple fritters.
They're the... So, I'm just saying, they give you choices, and if they give you a choice of coleslaw and an apple fritter,
Yeah.
you're doing yourself a massive injustice if you eat coleslaw
Yeah, you get
instead of the
coleslaw
apple
anywhere.
fritter. I
Apple
mean, this
fritters
was
are off the
like...
hook.
This was like a little treat after your lunch was done. It was amazing.
No, it's this little pocket of fun. You were so yummy.
Little pocket of fun.
Exactly.
We need to go back and
It's
tell
so
them
good.
this should be their name.
I wonder if we couldn't even just buy a bag of freaking apple fritters, take them on the
So
road.
PSPR says my hair looks great. Thank you, buddy. All right.
Oh, goodness gracious. So you started by having people come and find you. How many times did people find you? 0.
No one ever came out to find me. And the story behind this exceptionally well-traveled $50 Amazon gift card is that it ended up being the prize in last month's B-roll Smackdown. So I'm pretty excited at the fact that Happy Trails Hiking, Kay from Happy Trails Hiking, is the one that won last month's B-roll Smackdown,
Congratulations.
because they followed me all throughout season 1 and season 2 of the Travel Adventure Series. So it was really nice that it went to somebody who's been there from pretty much the beginning. So that was pretty awesome.
That is
That's
awesome.
cool.
Tell them, what is your B-roll challenge? Your B-roll Smackdown?
So the B-roll Smackdown is a promotion that I run on my channel every month.
No,
it's not a
but
promotion,
just giving him a little
but it's
more.
something that I run on my channel every month, and basically people submit all sorts of creators, any type of creator. They submit 30 seconds of B-roll. If you don't know what B-roll is, B-roll are the context clips that you see in movies and stuff that show you where the actor is or whatever. So if you were watching Full House and they do the intro to Full House and they'll show you the streets of San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge and a little shot of family, kind of sets up what you're going to see on the show, and that's what B-roll is. So they submit 30 seconds of B-roll and the community judges it. And then I do profiles on each channel and we move on from round to round to round. And that's what the B-roll Smackdown is. It's just a way for other YouTubers to get their to get their content seen, and I really wanted to do it because it gives me the opportunity to help other YouTube creators be really creative and do something totally out of their wheelhouse, something totally different. Most of the folks that are in my groups and stuff are outdoor folks. So this month's theme was household and household chores, which basically forces them to do something different and unique, and you guys got to see it. It's amazing.
I thought it was going to be it forces them to clean their house, and show you that
That's
they
why
actually
we didn't do it.
Yeah, because I hate dusting and stuff, and I'm like,
Actually, we were going to do one cleaning Boris. We were going to do that. And then we were going to do...
the little guy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, little Boris.
And then we were going to do something packing, and then it got to like, come on, well, we got to get out of here.
We got to leave. We got to go on
We'll have to do the next one.
It sounds good.
We'll have to do
You know, I think we actually kind of talked about a theme for next month. And I think we're going to do something maybe like an urban landscape. Like in-town, city type stuff.
Would be
So that could
very
be really
easy
fun.
since
That's
we
easy.
live in
Yes.
urban Youngstown. Yeah.
So someone suggested that, and I think it's a really good idea.
Nice.
Not a problem.
Nice. Hey, I see Mona's here. Hey, Mona, you don't have to say T-shirt anymore.
That's right. We got you one. It's coming your way.
Yes. So we have to get back. We had to get back home from our trip before we ship it out because we missed the postal service. However, it's all good. You'll get it. What does CC say? CC's here.
CC is me.
CC me. Stop to watch while on break at work.
Nice.
Love
Thanks
this
for
Gettysburg
joining
trip.
us.
Hello,
Yeah, wherever-
CC is me. It's nice to meet you.
Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. And
Somebody
yeah,
was
Mona
really
says,
making sure
I'm so happy.
that their car was locked.
Yes.
Yeah. It's locked. Either that or I'm sitting on my button.
Oh, that could be too. I don't
No,
know.
Yeah. I've done that.
Oh,
Why does that guy keep... Oh, wait. It's... Sorry.
Once they shut that alarm off.
So let's see here. Type in the chat so people can find you. Well, right now we're up on Cemetery Hill, right across the street
No,
from...
he needs Michael so that they can find his channel. I was just going to mention that. Thank you very much.
There you go.
So that, Michael just left a message there. You could check out his channel. Click that link. Go on over there and you could see us from this morning and all this other stuff he's putting out in the B-roll challenge, and then show him some love. That would be awesome.
It would be
Therapy.
awesome.
Michael
He's
is now an
fantastic.
official.
Official therapy.
Therapy.
Absolutely.
So,
I should have put the shirt on, but
No.
It's
it's
too
black.
hot.
Just so you guys know, this morning on the best hour of my day, I did interview Sean and Marianne. It was awesome. So they're gonna return the favor now. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I picked out a spot, and Sean picked out a spot. Michael got here. Where did he pick? Sean's spot.
I won.
It was the guy thing, I guess. I don't know. But I said, you know what? We're still gonna go and do
That was
my
nice
shot
and,
too.
It was nice and cool though this morning. The
It
nice
was.
breeze.
We were over there in the
It's
shade.
nice
It was
here
pretty
now.
nice.
Now that the,
This is an amazing
now that
spot.
the tractor died
I would have
out.
loved to have done this spot this morning, but because I'm so unbelievably late with everything that I do, I was already in a panic when I got there, and we had like 10 minutes set up. I'm like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah, we did
The
good.
gas plant in the back, it's all good. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, but there's another. Okay.
And you know what? I didn't even realize how close this was either. It's like a 5-minute walk, so.
Not even. It's
Yeah.
probably 2.5 minutes.
We drove down. We could have walked.
We could have walked down, but you know.
It's
Oh,
hot. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
PSPR, is that Michael's channel that you put the link in? If you did, thank you
It
very
looks
much
like
for
it.
that.
It
Looks
looks
like
it might
it.
be.
you,
He
thank
says
you, thank
looks
you.
like it.
I recognize the first 5 letters of.
I keep
unknown
forgetting
places.
PSPR is our moderator. I said, hey, could you throw that
Thank
link in?
you.
Thank you. Thank you for having our back. That's awesome. All right.
All right. So yeah. So this morning we met up and we did your show, and then we went over to lunch. Now we're over here.
Oh,
And then
amazing.
we might take you on a little stroll to Evergreen Cemetery.
Yes, they're going to show me where Lincoln actually gave his speech. I'm really excited about that.
Yes. I even have pictures.
Oh, I got the car. We just drive over.
It's literally like.
I know, but I like negotiating the arches.
He does. It's actually one of his favorite things because the Evergreen
trip.
Gatehouse is an arch,
Yeah.
and it's literally big enough to fit your vehicle through with a little bit of extra space.
I don't
on
know
the
if you're
side.
supposed to do that or whatever, but I do it all the time.
Well, you drive right through it, and it says that there's a speed limit sign right inside.
so
so
you must be
have to. You must be able to. But he definitely loves it. He does enjoy doing
That's
that.
pretty
by the
cool.
way.
It's like
I
a
didn't even know you could drive in there.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you
saw
can.
somebody driving in there this morning, and I thought, I wonder if they're allowed to do that.
Yes.
And then I see the gates closed now, so maybe not
I
so
don't
much,
know.
right?
No, the gate never actually closes.
It's an arch.
It's an arch.
Oh, okay.
That
You're
might be the
looking
gate
at
to National.
Soldiers National.
Yes.
But there's actually open walkways on the two sides of the Soldier National Cemetery.
Yes.
The gate, you can't drive in
I
it.
saw somebody drive
But
in there this
walking,
morning.
you
See,
can.
there's another person.
You know, they might be, yeah, they're trying to, but they're like being denied.
So Virginia's
Denied.
asking,
Denied.
how long are you staying here? We are here
We're gonna leave here
Sunday. We're leaving Sunday.
We're
and
gonna
then we're
drive
staying.
over to Cashtown, and we're gonna stay
Which
there
is not
Sunday
that far.
night, which is like 8 miles away. But we're gonna drive there. We're gonna stay at the Cashtown Inn, which is also a haunted location. We'll spend the night there, and then we will head home. Michael, on the other hand, is only here for the day, right?
I'm here for the day. It's about 2 hours from my house, so I'll be back. I'll be back home today. I've got lots of stuff to do.
Yes, he drove in and met us this morning, which was fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome. This is awesome.
So what else you got going on there in the chat? Any
Everyone's saying
questions?
hi to each other, and
Oh, everybody's saying hi. Virginia Fisherman. Only Claire Jones.
Only
Hello.
Claire Jones. Hello, Claire.
Mona says, are we doing any investigation in Gettysburg? Last night we actually did one right from this location, but on the other side of the wall. So you'll have to
Right
check that
there.
live stream. We went on a couple of ghost tours the last couple of days, and then we're going to be investigating at the Farnsworth House Friday night. Friday
And
the
we
13th.
investigated-
That's
investigating
awesome.
a haunted location.
we investigated Sachs Bridge for a little bit last
We
night.
also went to Sachs Bridge and we investigated there for about an hour. And then we had a lot of local teeny boppers come in, and we're like,
Oh.
yeah, time to go. We'll go someplace else.
Yes.
So, yeah. So we did
Inspired
do a
John
couple.
says my car's haunted.
Your car's haunted.
That's what he
does
says.
does everything on its own, what
Yes.
it wants to do, huh? It turns on when it wants to. It turns off.
Does
Hoosierback
whatever
says,
it
I
wants
got
to
my
do."
Panic D and Michael Feyrer Jr.'s fix for today. Sure for today.
Yay!
Awesome.
Got your daily fix.
There we go.
Cool.
There's 20 folks in the room and 15 thumbs up.
Wow, very
You guys
nice,
haven't
very
hit that
nice.
thumbs up. You gotta hit it for Panic D. These guys are so awesome. Panic D videos, amazing.
Oh,
I'm
thanks,
so
Michael.
thrilled.
Yeah, and I got to meet Piney in person today. That was pretty awesome.
You gotta get a picture with Piney before.
We had to get a picture with Piney and Boris together.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, they sat next to each
That could
other
be
on
our
the chairs
thumbnail.
this morning.
That could be our thumbnail.
Could
Because
be.
obviously we didn't take a good
Yeah,
one.
we-
It was like our
there
side
you
of our,
go.
I can't do those. I can't do these thumbnails on these live streams. I go back and look at them. It's like my chin. It's my ear.
We're all trying to squeeze
We're
our
all
heads in
trying.
this little tiny box.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
I'll give you a box that big. You gotta fit in there. Oh
I don't
man.
know. What
Inspired John. So I got a picnic with Inspired John coming up on Sunday. If anyone else is going to be in the area, that would be awesome to see as many fellow YouTubers as are interested to show up. It'll be a good time.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be at Jordan Creek Parkway, right in the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania. So
Very nice. Very nice.
John is the caterer, so show up. He's bringing lobster, he said.
Lobster.
Lobster.
That's what he said.
Wow.
I'm relatively certain he was kidding.
Has Panic D been to Arlington National Cemetery?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. And actually, I'm going to give you a little tip about Arlington National Cemetery for those who've never been there. Okay? Here's the tip. When you see those little cars that drive people around, don't go, I can walk it. I don't need that. Trust me. Take the little cars because that is a huge
It's huge.
cemetery.
It's massive.
Huge cemetery. And then if you don't take the little tram out, you can't bring it back either. You have to have a little ticket to go on there. I don't think it costs anything to do that,
Right.
but yeah, once you're out there, you got to hike back, and that was dumb. But
I have another tip for you too. If you go, try to go when you know there's not going to be a lot of people there, because people are so inconsiderate of what the place is supposed to represent that you'll just get upset. You really will. I lived in Arlington, Virginia while I was in the military, and I used to go to the Arlington National Cemetery quite often. And I cannot tell you how disrespectful so many people were on days when it was really crowded. So just do your blood pressure a service and go when no one else is there. You'll feel a lot better about it. You'll have a much better experience.
So basically, don't go there in the summer.
Yeah,
Don't go there on holidays.
Yeah, it's just not, people are not respectful to the circumstances, so just keep that in mind.
We actually, I think on our, yeah, I'm pretty sure on our channel, we actually have a video of the changing of the guard. It's actually somewhere buried in our videos we recorded when we were
It's an amazing occurrence. It's really awe-inspiring
Yes, definitely.
for people who have respect anyway. For other people,
So where do you see yourself going with your channel? Like, what's your goals with it? Where you want to take it?
Well, let's see. The best hour of my day is never going away. I'm just telling you guys that right now. Every single day of the week, you got to be on YouTube from 10 to 11. But it is truly the best hour of my day for a reason. So many people come in there, hang out with me, so that's not going away. But I do see morphing my vlogs into more of YouTube help and locations where you could come to get inspiration and help for your YouTube channel. That's kind of what I'm morphing into. I would like to start doing some of the goofy comedy stuff that I used to be able to do on my channel, but we'll see what happens. Look at that, Bot's in the house. Hello, Bot. Holy mackerel. It's awesome to see you. So my channel's still kind of finding its footing, but the best hour of my day is not going anywhere, guys. I promise you.
Yeah, and it's great just to hear it, the chats in the morning and everything. I just started watching them a little bit this summer because obviously during the school year I teach between 10 and 11.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's right before our lunch.
It is right before our lunch.
Yeah, we go to lunch at 11:15.
So we can watch the replays at lunch now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's definitely not going anywhere. It's
Yeah.
But I can't tell you guys how many folks message me and say it's the best hour of my day too. And you know what? That is so humbling. That means so much to me, guys. So thank you for tuning in, because it's amazing. It's amazing. I look forward to taking you guys to lots and lots and lots of crazy places over the next 10 years. It's going to be great.
Nice. Where is the place that you went that you think is the most remote since you started this?
Well, the place that I've gone that's the most remote, probably Mount LeConte, and I didn't actually make it to the top, but literally I hiked for 4 hours without cell service one way before I finally decided I wasn't going to make it to the top.
You're not.
You wouldn't have made it the 4 hours.
You know,
I wouldn't.
it's a
have
really
hiked.
tough hike. that one is a really tough hike. So
You're
that's
not an
probably the
amateur
most
radio
remote.
operator either.
Yeah,
No.
they didn't have no cell service, so you couldn't even do a live stream.
No.
Oh my.
No. On the Travel Adventure Series Season 1, you're going to find me going live at a lot of exceptionally bizarre locations, because a lot of times I wouldn't have cell service when I got to the trailhead. So I did a live broadcast behind an abandoned people storage place, one of those storage units. There was a little creek running down behind there. I just went back there. I had 2 bars and went live right there because I couldn't go live at the trailhead. So when you get into the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Parkway stuff, you're not going to get any cell service on the trailhead. So I ended up either going live from my campsite before I went out there or whatever. Like I did that a lot when we were in Myrtle Beach, which was really nice. Oh, Myrtle Beach. Beautiful.
I've been to Myrtle Beach a couple of times. I like St. Augustine a lot.
Yeah.
It's really beachy. They do have a beach in St. Augustine.
We went out to the beach.
We
It's
went
like
out
rocks, stones.
in the one area, but they do have an actual, it's on the little island next to it, Anastasia Island. They have a actual beach with sand that you can kind of go down on and everything, and it's it's nice and it's a little bit calmer than it is at, you know,
Yeah, it's a
Myrtle
little
Beach.
less,
'Cause
little
there's-
less commercial.
most people don't really go there. They live there, I guess.
Well, though I went, it was really, really early in the season, so the weather was just starting to hit the 60s. I might have had a 70-degree day in there, and it was
That
pretty
would be
empty,
nice.
so it was
Yeah,
pretty
that would be
nice.
nice.
And I stayed on the state park.
Goodbye, Mary Ellen. Go back to work. Don't get in trouble.
Yes, thanks for stopping
in.
by.
Amazing. Oh, but I liked. I don't know. The neatest place that I've ever been was probably Graveyard Fields, and that's on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it's basically a valley, and there must have been a burn or something that happened in this valley at some point in history, and so it never really grew up the same way as the rest of the valleys. So it kind of, when you go down there, it's almost like a desert in Arizona or something. It looks totally different than the landscape of any other area. And I can remember the temperature differences from way up top, where it was like in the 40s. Down on the valley floor was in the 60s and 70s. I wore a heavy winter coat that day, so I'm packing that around along with everything else. And that was just the craziest, because the valley was so unique and different. I've lived in Arizona for a couple of years, so hiking around in a desert I was familiar with. And that's what this felt like, right in the middle of this valley in North Carolina. So that was a really cool experience. Plus, 2 awesome waterfalls on that trail as well. Graveyard Fields, it's called.
Nice.
That was cool.
Nice.
All right,
I had an
so-
experience like with you, where you were not necessarily dressed for the appropriate weather. I was in Alaska,
Oh,
and
man.
so I was thinking, I'm in Alaska,
Mhm.
you know, I'm going dog sled riding, I'm going out on a glacier. I have to button down the hatches, right? So I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants. I've got a t-shirt on, a sweatshirt on, a jacket on. You know, I'm like all bundled up. I go out there, and it was 75 degrees out there on the glacier.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
gosh.
okay, we gotta get rid of some of these layers. You know, I'm like dying out there. And my guide that was with me, he was wearing shorts and a t-shirt and sunglasses. So I teach biology and forensic science. So one of the things that at the beginning of the year, just to get on back in the thing, I go over observation and inference. And so I have a picture of this guy, my guide, dressed in shorts and t-shirt, and me all bundled up in the picture together. And the kids are like, that's fake. That's fake. That's so not real. And I'm like, no, actually, this is a real picture. I just didn't realize that it could get that hot on a glacier, you know? And it was actually only like 60 degrees in Ohio. It was 75 on this glacier. I'm
So-
like, okay.
Would there be like steam coming off the ice and stuff?
No, it didn't. It just the sun was bright
glare
there, and
back
the
and forth.
yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
all right,
very
that makes
bright. It was
sense.
very bright. That he had a little bit of
Change because I can't see that. But PSPR says we got 25 likes on this so far.
Yay!
Wow.
Woo!
Bozard
Keep coming.
33 asks, "Do you ever do cooking?"
Jack.
Oh, sorry about that. So the first video that she ever appeared in, I came back to Adventure Series Season 1, and she wanted to make my favorite meal. Around being silly. That's the only cooking video I've ever done, though. But if you have a cooking show and you would like to do a collaboration, hey, hook me up. I like to eat. I can tell you that right now. Hit me up for sure. I believe Hoosierback had a question.
Who's your back had a question?
Have you all heard of Whisper Estate in Mitchell, Indiana?
Whisper Estates.
Can't say that I know.
Can't say I have. Send me some information. Follow us on
None of the
Twitter
three of
Panic,
us have heard
at
of it.
Panic
I've never heard
Database
of
and
it.
send me some information. I'd be interested in looking into that.
T. Throm just came and hung out with us.
Tracy.
Good morning.
Tracy and Richard are both here today.
Alrighty, guys. So how's the stream? Because we just lost it and we kicked back on. So if you guys can hear us and everything looks okay, we'll
Give us a
keep
nice
on
thumbs
going.
up there.
Let us
I
know.
did continue it though. It still says 39, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Most of the time it lets me resume. I don't know why it does that every now and again. My mother says it's like watching DirecTV.
Yeah.
She's like, It's always like buffering, and I have to wait for it to come
Claire
back.
Jones
When the
said
wind blows.
never heard any of that. You lag this in.
The one thing that could cause it is overheating, which it's kind of warm
It's
out.
warm.
You never know.
You never know.
We
It
have a
did
tendency
this-
of doing that with
yeah,
this app
it did
every
that.
once in a while.
Did that when we were
That Saturday live stream in the
yes.
house in the air
did
conditioning.
it like
just
5
kept
times
burp,
too. And
burp.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, I was filming for the B-roll SmackDown profiles, and I film in 4K, and I've got my phone sitting there, and it just keeps failing and failing, because what happens is if you film on 4K on your cell phone, you could have it in your freezer, and it will eventually still overheat, because if you have it doing that for any period of time, it just does it. So little tip for you guys: if you're filming in 4K on your cell phone and you're not actually filming, turn it off, because that's the only way it cools down.
Okay, so only Claire Jones says, all I heard was this hook me up with cooking. So basically you said if you have a cooking channel and would like to collab with Michael, get a hold of Michael.
Because he says he likes to eat.
He likes to eat.
I do like to eat.
He'll do a collab
I do
with
like
you.
to eat, and there
He'll be
is
your official tester.
a cooking video on my channel if you want to check it out as well. Actually, Pam's Great Outdoor Adventure did cook what I made, and also I think Burnwood Bushcraft also showed me a video where he cooked what I made. So apparently it's not actually horrible either.
Well, that's good, because all the cooking videos that we've done for me, no, my mom said that was terrible.
Really?
No, my mom said it was good. She liked both of the items. One of them she said was like her grandmother used to make, and one of them she just said was good. My sister, on the other hand, said it was
There
not
we go.
good.
Those last two are for you.
The last two are for
That's
me.
what you're talking
Marianne can make some awesome cottage cheese. That's the one. I made Sealy
Schmear
Rose
cake.
schmear cake, homemade cottage cheese.
Okay.
And then take that and add it to a few other ingredients and make like almost like a cheesecake, but not sweet. Marianne.
Do you like cottage cheese?
Yes. So if you like
So
cottage
they're messing
cheese,
with you, huh?
Yes. So we just say Sealy Rose's cottage cheese. You know?
All right.
I even brought him a bowl of cottage cheese once. See, Sealy Rose was a girl, and she killed her whole family by lacing the cottage cheese with poison.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he didn't know the backstory
Yeah.
of
No,
that.
I
Had to give
did
him a
We
little
just
not.
hit
bit.
him with it.
He's
He's
just
like,
going, okay, cottage cheese. All
why
right.
did I drive 2 hours
It's all
to
right.
meet
I
with
would
these
have.
creepy people?
I would have probably survived because I wouldn't eat the cottage cheese. You know, it's like me
Celia
and
lived. She didn't eat the cottage cheese.
Yeah.
She knew better.
Celia would have been like, "No, you really want to try this? It's exceptional cottage cheese." I've been like, "Sorry, but I just ate."
So I actually, as far as our Marianne's recipe series, we got some recipes, or we're going to be finding some recipes from Gettysburg here to add to that. One of them is going to be the Jenny Wade bread.
I'm hoping
And
to
what
get
was the
Jenny
other
Wade
one?
bread. I found online already. I haven't been down to the Farnsworth house recently, about 2 years since I've been there, but I'll be there later this week. I found online Farnsworth house pumpkin fritters,
Oh.
and also their goober pea soup.
Yeah, goober pea soup. You want to know what that
Goober
is,
pea
folks?
soup.
Pea soup with peanut butter in it.
Huh.
I will not be tasting.
It's supposed to be really, really good though. So
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
so.
I'm gonna potentially have a couple of different cooking
Well,
videos coming out in the series.
It can't make pea soup worse.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
You just take pea soup, which is horrifying, and then put candy in it. Why not?
Actually, I think I'm not even sure if there's really peas in it. I really didn't examine the recipe too much, but I know there's peanut butter in it.
Oh.
That's the
So I
goober
think
part.
that the goober is the peanut butter part, and then maybe the peas are actually like peanuts instead of real
Ooh.
peas. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look
I've
at the
heard of
recipe a
peanut
little
butter.
bit better.
Peanut
I just
and
found a
peanut butter
place
soup.
for it, and
I've
I
heard of
linked.
that.
I
No,
don't
that
know.
Oh,
sounds
no, that
bookmarked
might
it.
be good.
That sounds all right.
Yeah.
That's what she's going to tell you it is anyways.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because you have to taste it.
Yeah.
He does. He tastes everything.
I do like
Seriously, the last thing that I made, the Sealy Rose stuff.
I ate a piece
He
of
did
it.
eat a. He did eat a piece, and then I said, "Do you want to have some more?" And he said, "No, I don't."
No,
need
that's
more."
okay. Take it to your mother's.
But I took it to my mother, and she loved it. She said it reminded her of her
Now
childhood.
the
so-
brownies The brownies didn't leave the house. Those were off the chart. Those were awesome.
The original brownie recipe from Palmer House Brownies
Wow.
from 1893 World's Fair.
Those were good.
Yes, I
They
made
had
those.
apricot
Jam on top.
and I'm like, apricot and brownies? I don't know, but it was really
Yeah,
good.
but it's
wow.
just a real light dusting
light
over
dusting.
the top, and it did it. It was really, really
That
good.
sounds amazing.
Yeah. The recipe is on our site. You
On
can
your
watch
site.
the video.
I'm a
Make it
big
along
brownie
with us.
fan for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good.
Big brownie fan.
Yeah, they were actually designed. Mrs. Palmer had a hotel her husband had a hotel, but so she did as well, because
course.
everything that you guys have
I'm sure
is
she
ours.
did all the work.
She went to the baker and said, look, the World's Fair's coming up, and these fancy ladies are going to need to have dessert. They're going to need to have something that they could, walk with. So come up with something, and that's what he came up with.
Wow.
So
Hey, let's all look at the camera for a second and
Okay.
smile, because maybe I can make a better thumbnail. Okay. Let's see what
I
happens.
see Pam's Great Outdoor Adventure is in here, and only Claire Jones is actually making fun of my cooking. You're gonna pay for that later.
oh goodness gracious, Sean lost his
Yeah, great
his,
technology right there.
Oh yeah.
Flip, flip, flip,
Mine
flip, flip.
keeps doing the same thing. It must be getting warm.
Doesn't want to show the chat. Bring it up taller.
Brownies
There
would
we
make
go.
a great live at 5 giveaway.
a Live at 5 giveaway.
Brownies.
Oh my goodness. I gave you the recipe. Isn't that good enough?
Hey, I have a saying, and the saying is, food is always better when someone else cooks it.
So you again are agreeing with the other guys. I am just so out of it today. Come on, ladies, help me out here. I know there's some of you in there. On the
Shannon
yellow
Miller.
stuff. What's that? On the yellow stuff I saw.
Yeah,
Let's see
Pam
here.
says the yellow stuff was good. By the way, if you're wondering
Oh.
what yellow stuff is, that was in the cooking
that
video.
was the schmear case.
That was in the cooking video.
Oh, or your video.
Yes.
Okay, so
The,
what
the
was
name
the
of the
yellow
actual stuff is yellow stuff.
Oh, that's
It's
the
like
name of it?
yep, that's what we've always called it since I was a kid. So
Okay. All right. And here I thought it was the schmear case because it had a yellowy tint
Oh,
too.
yeah. Now we called it yellow stuff as kids, and it always stuck. And of course,
Nice.
apparently, only Claire Jones doesn't like it. Did you make it only Claire Jones, or are you just saying that? Because I know Pam made it. She loved it. So there you go.
Who else we have going on?
In the woods
here?
with Wolfie.
Shannon Miller.
Shannon Miller's in the house. Awesome.
Oh, I guess I should scroll down.
Yeah,
gotta
you
sleep.
could.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you for
Bot's
coming
over
by,
there.
Bot. Thank you so much.
In the woods.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes,
If
thanks
you
for
guys are new
stopping
to our
by.
channel, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Appreciate it.
And
We got
also,
some-
don't forget to go out and if you are
Check
one
out
of our
Michael's
pair
channel.
peeps,
Yep.
visit Michael's channel. He's gonna say hi again, so you can get a link back to him.
Yes. Please do. I'm relatively friendly.
He's very friendly. He didn't even bite or anything.
Not yet. No. When it gets dark, we'll see what happens.
Uh-oh. Are you saying you're a vampire now?
No, I'll be long gone by then. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I didn't book for anything specific.
So where were you on your time there, dear?
We'll go about an hour. We have about what, 10 minutes?
Yep. 10 minutes. 10
or so?
minutes.
All right. So do you guys have
Seems
any
like the
questions
phones
out
are
there?
heating up a little bit, so I'm not going to push it.
Yeah, you guys,
CC is me says she has to watch to see what yellow stuff is because only Claire Jones and Pam have a discussion going on about it. Only Claire Jones won't make it because it looks yucky, and Pam made it and knows. Pam knows the glory of the yellow stuff. I could tell you right now.
I'm gonna have to go and find the yellow stuff too and see about making it.
And then she's gonna fire spell check. I hear you, Pam. I hear you. Kills me every time.
If you have any questions for Michael or about the Gettysburg area, feel free to post those and we'll try to answer those in these last 10 minutes or so.
Yes, and last night we went live, and
Oh, that's all right.
we
Makes
went
it
live
fun.
from this area right here. If you caught our stream from last night, we actually investigated right here, and we were getting some really interesting stuff. We couldn't show you guys these monuments last night because it was just too dark. But now you guys are seeing them, so,
So
you
now
can
you know
look
what was
at
back there.
our very last video and go back and see the investigation of where we were basically in this same area. We were picking up all kinds of K2 hits, and we got somebody said their name was Rebecca, and the spirit box saying that they were looking for their son, and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So it was
So
kind of interesting.
we actually got some of you guys to have some questions that you wanted us to ask the spirits here on Cemetery Hill last night, and we did that, and worked out pretty well. So if you did not get to see that stream, you should definitely do that.
So Tracy is asking, what is next? Well, that is a good question, Tracy, because basically we need to go, Marianne and I need to hit some more areas around town to get some more B-roll footage, okay? We're staying right here, right smack dab next to the Jenny Wade house. We have to do that building, and we've kind of figured we'll wait till last because it's right here. But we do have to go out and about. We got to get some more footage in Evergreen and some of the National Cemetery, and then we have a list. We have to sit down actually. Marianne's sister just left this morning, and we've been spending the day with Michael. But we have to go over the list and see where we're at. And we do have some behind the hauntings planned and coming up, like the story of Jenny Wade, the story of John Burns. Did I say it right? Story of John Burns, and
Elizabeth
a couple
Thorne.
other, Elizabeth Thorne. We have a lot of those behind the hauntings, and if you guys don't know what those are, basically this is what it is. We'll go live. It normally takes place on a Thursday later at night. We'll go live, and we present the case kind of like it's almost kind of like a criminal case. We present the case. These are the facts. We go over the story, and then we kind of like have a discussion afterwards as to why we believe that the hauntings are taking place. And the last couple that we did have been awesome. We've even had Pusha Studios was in it, and she did some investigation, found some find the grave cemeteries we couldn't even find, and contributed that. We added that to the database, so we have a great time with those. So we have at least 4 of those that we're pulling out of this Gettysburg trip that we'll be doing in the future. So it's going to be awesome.
Yes. I can't read them from there. That's okay.
No, I can't see it anyway.
Oh,
I don't know why you gave it to me.
Well, because I was trying to read it from there, you know.
There,
So I thought we could all have one, you know. I would use the middle one. You guys have the phones. Anybody had any questions? So you did ask about what's next. So specifically, we do have for us, we have an investigation at Farnsworth House on Friday night for sure.
That's the only thing we have
That's
planned.
the booked thing for us. And then, of course, we'll go live at 5 on Saturday night from Farnsworth for our live stream. But what about you? What's next for you, Michael?
What's next for me? Tomorrow you will see on my channel bracket 3 of the B-roll SmackDown profiles. Awesome stuff, amazing creators. And then of course at 10 o'clock a.m. Will be the best hour of my day again, where we'll talk about probably this and all kinds of other fun stuff.
And we'll probably be in that chat. We won't go live at 10 tomorrow. But it's sometime during the day tomorrow, wherever we're at, we'll pop one live and show you guys something.
Yes.
But, I have the plan of sleeping in tomorrow. That is my plan.
That's his goal.
That's my goal.
It's a lofty goal.
That's my goal. Because, you know,
I haven't let him
in case
sleep
you guys
since.
haven't know, what is it, Richard? I'm on vacation.
Oh, gosh. Yes, and so we had things to do in the morning the last 3 days since we've been here, so we wanted to make sure we were up and about. Tomorrow we have nothing officially logged as a required item tomorrow, so we're going to do whatever we want to tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he wants to sleep in tomorrow.
I want to
so.
sleep in because I think I got a little bit of too much heat yesterday. Yesterday we were out there, well, the last 2 days we were out in the heat.
You earned it.
Yeah, it was a little, took a little bit out of me. It took a little wind out of my sails, but it was, last night when we were investigating, it was like every pain, ache, everything I had just like went away. Like once we got into it, I was like into it, you know, but you know, leading up to it, I was a little slower.
Yeah,
But
that
we did a lot of
happens.
walking yesterday too.
Yes.
Yeah.
29 thumbs up.
All right.
That
They're
is
still
amazing.
talking about your yellow stuff, though. They
Oh.
said it's good with ground turkey.
So what is it?
I
Gravy?
haven't
gravy?
tried it with ground turkey.
Is it gravy?
No, it's like a breakfast casserole.
Oh, okay.
It's good stuff.
It's good with turkey. Breakfast casserole with turkey. Hey, schmear case is a breakfast casserole.
Is it?
The smear case has like no taste. It's like eating water. Or literally, you're
The
eating
homemade
milk.
cottage cheese does taste like absolutely nothing. The schmear case has a little bit of a sweetness to it, but not very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe they used to eat that for breakfast. They would eat like so much of that for breakfast, and that's what they ate before they went out on the field. It was probably so high in
Calories and
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like no
Carbs.
sugar in it. Now compared to the brownies, you put like 5 pounds of sugar in the brownies.
I know.
it is not banana soup. Oh my goodness.
It was 101 in St. Louis yesterday. It was 91 here. Wow.
Oh, the debate is on about what yellow stuff is. Hey guys, it's not hard to find. It's right on my channel.
They're gonna all go there right after this
That's
and
good.
check it out and find out what
It's
the
all
yellow
about the
stuff
yellow
is. I love it. See, you're gonna get a bunch of fans just from finding out what yellow
Maybe-
stuff
I hope
is.
so.
Maybe
You
you
guys,
do-
I mean, I put it out there because I want to pass it on. It's something that my kids love, and my mom gave to us that I love it. I love it. So if other people make it like Pam and Bush and Burnwood have, and they love it too, it's good. It's like passing on a family recipe. I love it.
Maybe you should do a yellow stuff B-roll smackdown.
Oh!
I mean, that video was like 20 minutes long, dude. It should have been about 3 minutes, but it was 20 minutes long because it was just me and Monica
Yeah,
That's,
goofing around.
that's how we did ours too. When we do my paranormal recipes, they're like a half hour to 45 minutes long too, because you know
And that's
we're
what
just
time lapse is.
running it
Yeah.
through. Because hey, it takes a while for things to cook down and everything, and you want to show them every great step of the way.
I agree, and it was
Yeah.
mostly because I would create funny names for items, like the bowl that pours stuff into things is the poury thing, and yeah, it's
There you
funny,
go.
it's entertaining. I thought, I laughed the whole time I was making it, which is why it ended up 20 minutes long.
Says Michael looks tired. I need to poke him.
Oh, I thought you were saying if he was real.
Oh no,
Oh.
that is a Ghostbuster
I'm
thing.
real.
Though, huh?
Look at that,
How we
see,
doing on
I still
time?
move.
We are at
4 minutes or
50
so.
Yeah, about 4 minutes left. So let's see if we got anything else we have in the room. Richard says you're going to get lots of views on that one today.
Awesome.
So make sure you put your link back in there again, or if PSPR is there again,
Yeah.
if you could put that link back out to Michael's channel, that'd be awesome. We'll put it in the description later.
So Saturday on our live at 5, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to talk about what location you guys want us to cover the week we get back. We're going to cover a Gettysburg location. We'll probably throw about 3 or 4 of them out there and let you guys decide which one we cover next. So you might want to be thinking about that. We got literally 104 locations in Gettysburg. If we get to them all to get the B-roll. I doubt if we will. But, you know, you got the Jenny Wade house, you got the orphanage, you got the, there's all kinds of stuff. Farnsworth house. And,
That's so awesome.
Farnsworth might be a little bit much for us to get done for next week, because we have stayed there several times
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of
a lot
stuff
of
on that one.
But,
But
Shannon
we'll
Miller
throw a couple
asks what your best investigation was. What was your best investigation?
best investigation. We always have such trouble with that because there's always so many different things about each place that make that place special.
yeah, and that's not a politically correct answer. That's the truth,
It
too.
really is.
You know, because
It's like-
I could tell you all kinds of cool things from almost everywhere we went. I mean,
Yeah, like Hillview, Mary Virginia, and
Yeah.
singing Three Blind Mice to her, and then
Yeah.
the flashlight turning on and off on its own while we were singing Three Blind Mice. That's
Wow.
super awesome.
yeah.
Here in Gettysburg, there's so many things and just places that I go. Lizzie Borden House. I love Lizzie Borden House. Didn't get as much activity as I would like, but I got to lay down and play Abby Borden Dead, and that was super awesome.
Wow.
Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I laid down in the sharpshooter position in Devil's Den.
Oh yeah.
I tried to recreate the picture for that.
That's out on our Instagram and Twitter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I like to recreate things when I go back to locations
Why
too, as best
not,
I
right?
can.
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to do the video like that sometime, like our top 10 faves or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
I get the same
Super
question all
awesome.
the time with what my favorite waterfall is and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, every one that I've ever been to, or every hike I've ever been on, was special for a different reason. So, what I thought was my favorite waterfall is only really my favorite waterfall because of how it made me feel when I hiked it. But it's definitely by far not the most spectacular waterfall. It's probably one of the most boring waterfalls. It was just, at that moment, it struck me that, hey, this is real. I'm actually doing this. And so it's kind of silly. And I'm sure that's how the investigations are, too. They're special each individual way for something that happens.
I think the best thing I would recommend for anybody is to just go out there and do it. Go and do it. And if it's something that you want to do and document, then look at doing the YouTube channel and putting that stuff out there. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about all the other stuff you got to deal with. Do it for yourself. Do what makes you happy. We do our channel so we're documenting our travels so that we can remember them. When I'm sitting in a rocking chair, I can sit back and watch my YouTube channel.
Yeah, we did go there.
I do remember that. So just do it. If it makes you happy, wherever you're going, whatever you're going, do it. Life's short. Live it.
We are a minute past the 1
We're
hour
a minute
mark.
past the 1 hour mark. Well,
Alrighty.
real quick, they want to know what was the worst. So what's your worst and what's your worst? On the spots.
If you want to know what my worst hiking experience was ever, I did a live best hour of my day with Gator the Legend and the Jamin Show, where they asked the exact same question, and it's horrifying, and I don't want to gross out Marianne sitting right next to me. So
Are you
go
kidding?
Are you
check that.
kidding me
Gross
right
her
now?
out?
They all are going
You
to sit there and say
serious?
she cannot be grossed out.
Yeah, so you got to check that out. Let's just say that it involves the bathroom. It's on the trail.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was
Picture
horrifying.
in head,
I teach biology.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
So,
but that's my worst experience ever on YouTube. Was that? It was horrifying.
Sean, your worst experience?
Worst experience probably is the story I always tell when we get this question, and that is the Mansfield story. Mansfield Reformatory, where we had a guest that we took there, and she was up on level 3, pitch black, freaked out, and we had to get her down. That one really, really worried me, scared me, not because there was activity going on, because we go out and look for that, so I don't really get
But
shut
because
down.
we had to figure out how to get her down off of the...
We were responsible for her welfare to get her down, and
Yeah.
I was really concerned for her, and that was probably the worst.
Yeah. Me, my worst, I think, was at the prison, the other prison, Grumpy Old Man Prison, Eastern State Penitentiary, because for me, I was fine, and my headset for the information, it died, and so he's like, oh, why are you listening? And I said it was dead, and he got all grumpy and angry that I needed to go back and get a thing, and I'm like, no, I'm perfectly fine, and then he was just angry the rest of the time, so then it just kind of like made me not enjoy myself the rest of the event.
Yeah.
So that was my
overcame me.
worst.
Something overcame me there, and I'm normally like that.
Yeah.
I just snapped. Like,
He just like, well, fine, then let's just go. We're going here. Blah, blah, blah.
Maybe
I'm
he was
okay,
hangry.
Maybe.
Could've been.
We did go eat right after that. He was totally fine.
It happens. I'm telling you, angry is a real thing.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for stopping by today. Thank you, Michael, for joining us and
Yes,
driving
thank
down
you.
here.
Oh,
It's
you
been
guys are so welcome.
fantastic.
You guys are so welcome. It's been awesome.
Had a great day. So we are going to wrap it up, folks. We really want to thank you for coming in and joining along on our Gettysburg Travel Week. We will pop on again probably sometime tomorrow at a different location and chat with you a little bit and share our adventures. All right. Hey, until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.